Hello and welcome and happy Saturday on October 16th, 2021. I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Cosmic Energy Forecast deck. Cosmic Energy, yeah. What is the name of my deck? It's so funny. It's been such a long day. My deck is called Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck. Every once in a while, I forget the name of my own damn deck. How is everybody today? Well, today, as my description says, release weight. I want to take just a little while, maybe give and take 15, 20 minutes, just to share some insight with each and every one of you regarding this whole conversation term about there's so many people out there looking to lose weight. And as a certified holistic personal trainer for 30 plus years, now let me just give you a backstory. For the last 20 years, yes, I was a certified personal trainer. In the last 10 years, I sort of revised my title to a certified holistic personal trainer. What exactly does that mean? A holistic personal trainer? What that means is when I work with my clients, such as you, I work with my clients based on the total or whole person, mind, body, and spirit. And I get them to connect mind, body, and spirit. So it's not just about their physical body. It's not just about trying to get them to drop 10 pounds or look really great in a pair of jeans or their bikini or their wedding dress. It's really about getting them to become more attuned with their whole spirit and understanding many, if not all, of the reasons why they carry the weight that they carry. Now, perhaps you may not know this, but when we think of the word lose weight or obesity, metaphysically, what that really means is that the individual is carrying, has built a wall around their body to protect them from something. And they've called in this weight to protect, for protection. But as you do the work, as you do the spiritual work, as you really get to know who you are on a deeper level, you get to the point where you don't need that protection from that wall anymore. And you can start really digging deeper into your wounds and pulling out and clearing the energy from whatever the reasons are to why, and this might be hard to hear, why you've called in the weight to protect you. Where you can start eventually clearing out the weight. Now, when we think about the weight, the emotional weight, what that weight is connected to emotionally. And when you working on the emotions, that's when you get to release the weight that you've been carrying because you finally get to the point where you don't need to hold on to that weight anymore. So you can begin to feel lighter within your spirit. And as a holistic personal trainer, that's what I do with my clients is I help them to understand that they don't need to focus on losing weight. There's no specific amount of weight one needs to lose on the scale. In fact, in theory, even if you were to lose 10, 20, 50 pounds, 80 pounds, 100 pounds, losing it psychologically, you are going to go back to look for it. Because again, the metaphysical term to obesity is building a wall to protect you, that psychological wall. And anytime we lose anything, whether it be your favorite necklace, your favorite wallet, your favorite perfume, your favorite tie, psychologically you go and look for it so you can have it back. Same concept goes with body weight. So if you are focusing on losing weight, doesn't matter if you're doing it through healthy dieting and exercising. If your mindset is, I'm going to lose 10 pounds by doing this, once you've lost that 10 pounds psychologically because you don't have that connection to releasing it, what is that 10 pounds connected to? What emotion, what experience is that 10 pounds connected to? Once you make the connection between the emotion and the experience and then really work on that, on healing the emotion and the experience, that's when you can begin to release the weight, and then psychologically you're not going to go back to look for it. And that's the whole process. And why do I come and share this with you with such passion because I sit here and I listen to many, many, many personal trainers, many nutritionists, many dietitians speaking, and excuse me as I say this and no judgment behind, in the 3D concept of losing weight. And why do I use the word 3D? Three dimension, the physical, the physical, the physical. Where when we think about it, most of us are in that 4 and 5D dimension or moving into the 5D dimension where it is really about getting to that space of recognizing what is this weight connected to? What is this weight connected to? What is this 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 80 pounds connected to? Perfect example, and I'm sure you can all relate on this example as I share. Let's think back to the pandemic, where for the last give and take almost 2 years, many people literally were not able to do any type of physical movement, or at least they thought they couldn't. So theoretically, many of us were home. We were isolated. We had to be with ourselves. So the emotions were that we were feeling, excuse me, we were possibly feeling lonely. We were angry. We were sad. We were confused. We were afraid. So there's a lot of emotions going on. And as humans, what we do is we are going to look to feed the emotion, whether we're feeding it with sweets or salt or something spicy. The sweets is to bring more sweetness into your life. The salt is to allow you to just have that saltiness going on, along with the spiciness, which is that fire, bringing more fire into your energy. But over time, while doing that, over time, those foods that we're choosing creates the weight that's connected to the emotions that was stemmed from the pandemic of not being able to do something, or you lost your job, or temporarily was out of a job. You weren't able to go see your family, you weren't able to go see friends. So there was that emotional connection that led into, I believe, the term that many were using at the point, the pandemic 19 pounds that the average person put on, up to 19 pounds. So that's about 20 pounds the average person put on during the pandemic. We're not talking about the after pandemic. We're talking about the year in 2020, where the average person put on about 20 pounds of excess weight based on their emotions. And now here it is, many of those people are looking to see trainers, whether it's dietitians, nutritionists, or personal trainers, to quote unquote lose the 20 pounds. So they might be going on these diets, they might be doing an excessive amount of cardio, they might be whatever it is that you might be doing. But the key component, and I'm here to share this with you, is that we're going about it the wrong way. We're going about it the wrong way. So if those 20 pounds were put on based on emotions, where we called in this weight so we could feel good, and we fed our emotions so we can feel good. So this excess weight that we're carrying is based on helping us to feel good. Now the idea is to recognize what the emotion is. We already know it's connected to the pandemic and everything related to it. And are we really ready to release those emotions so we can begin to release the excess weight that we put on? So it's not necessarily about, well, obviously, yes, we want to redirect the way we eat. So we want to find that balance between fueling and feeding, but we don't want to diet. We don't want to restrict our calories. We want to balance. And we don't want to do an excessive amount of cardiovascular exercise, thinking that that's going to be the key thing to lose the weight. What we really want to do, and the focus here is, we really want to get into the point of recognizing the emotion and the experience, which the experience is the pandemic, and the emotions that came from that pandemic, whether it was anger, sadness, grief, loneliness, whatever might have shown up for you, that then created the mindset to have to feed your body whatever it was you were feeding on, that then brought on this additional weight that you've been carrying. So I share this again to help you shift the mindset from losing weight to releasing weight and recognizing what the weight is connected to. Now, here is one that might blow your mind just a little bit, and this is based on medical astrology. Now, a couple of factors here, whether you are aware of this or not. We've had 7 planets in retrograde over the period of time of April to current date. Currently, out of the 7, 2 of them have gone direct, 2 more will go direct. If you're not aware of this, Mercury and Jupiter play a huge role, and even Pluto, but Mercury and Jupiter play a huge role in body weight. When we think about Jupiter, Jupiter is about expansion. So there's a good probability, depending on where Jupiter sits in your zodiac chart, there's a good probability that you might have called on some weight based on the fact that Jupiter has been in retrograde. And also the same thing with Mercury. Depending on where it sits in your chart, you might have called on some weight due to Mercury being in retrograde. So there's so many other factors that play a role in regards to the excess weight that you might be carrying and the reasons why you called it in. And I know that's hard to hear, that you called in this weight. But the key component is it's not about losing the weight. Because if you're going to stay focused on losing weight, as I said before, psychologically, you are going to go and look for that weight again. So if you were successful at losing 10, 20, 30, 50, 80 pounds over the last give and take 2 years, but you did it through dieting, an excessive amount of cardiovascular, whatever have you, but you did not do it in reference to that connection to why did I call it in? What were the emotions connected? And then working on releasing the emotions to heal the emotions so you can release the weight, you will end up putting that weight back on. And that's what I want to help you with. And that's why I'm so passionate about coming here and sharing this with you. Because there are so many nutritionists, dietitians, and even personal trainers out there having conversations with each and every one of you, talking to you about, speaking with you about the calories in, the calories out, what fat burner you can use, what diet you should be going on, how much cardiovascular exercise you should be doing. But they're not speaking to you about what caused the weight to come on, what emotions were connected, and how can we go dig deep into those wounds to really get that connection to what was going on. Why was the weight called in to begin with? And even better, as I said before, does Jupiter and Mercury play a role here with the fact that you put on weight? So the whole concept here, what I'm looking to share with you is just changing your mindset from losing weight to releasing weight, and really understanding the whole process behind it too. Because again, the metaphysical explanation to obesity is just a matter that you're calling in, you're building this wall around you to protect you from something. And psychologically, because you've lost something, you are going to go and look for it. So again, if you were successful enough on losing 10, 20, 30, 50, 80 or more pounds, and you did it by losing weight through excessive diet, overdoing cardiovascular exercises, but you didn't get to the root cause, you will end up putting that weight back on. And I want to help you from not doing that. By just changing your mindset, getting to the point of it's no longer about losing weight, it's now about releasing weight. And even more important, finding out if during these last 2 years, if Mercury and Jupiter played a huge role in your chart to bring that weight in to begin with. How do you find this out? Well, that's a damn good question. Well, to start off with, go and pull up an astrological natal chart for yourself. Put in your information. There's 2 sites I recommend. One is astro.com. The other one is CoStar. Put in your information. Once you have your information, you're welcome to turn around and take a snapshot of it. And then you can email me, and we can have a self-growth discovery session to talk about your natal chart and see where Jupiter and Mercury sit on your chart, and if it was an influence to you putting on weight within the last, give and take, 2 years. So if this is something you're interested in doing, again, you can go to astro.com or CoStar, put in your information, take a snapshot of the entire chart, and then email that chart to healingwithin76@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to having a self-growth discovery session with you. Mention this video and you'll receive $15 off your self-growth discovery session. So again, my whole purpose, my whole mission is to help you switch gears, shift your mindset on losing weight to releasing weight, and understanding what it is you are releasing, where that weight came from, why you called it in, and how you're going to work on to clear the energy to release it out. Because this energy, it sits deep into your wounds, and you want to work on releasing it, not losing it. Because I guarantee that by losing the weight that you lost, psychologically, you will go back to look for it and regain the weight and be right back where you started from, and worse off, even being worse than where you started from, because you're going to gain that weight plus some. So my mission, my hope for you is that you really shift your mindset from losing weight to releasing weight. For more information, for your comments, feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com. And again, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Colon, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck. I so appreciate your time. And again, any questions, any comments, just email healingwithin76@gmail.com. You could definitely look for more videos on information about releasing your weight and so much more. I look forward to sharing them. Bye-bye for now. And just one last time, this is all about releasing weight and not losing weight, because psychologically you will go back to look for the weight that you lost. And I don't want that for you. You worked way too hard to release the 10, 20, 30, 50, or 80 pounds. I want you to keep that weight off. So shift the mindset from losing weight to releasing weight, and digging in deep down to where the weight stems from, what it's connected to. And together, you and I can work on releasing it. Bye-bye for now.